Hello, in this demonstration I would like to show you how to add a candidate to your system. Obviously it's a prerequisite that the candidates need to be in your database before you submit them for jobs or shifts. What we like to do first is open candidates tab in a new tab, so you don't have to navigate away from your home page. Second step is you click on add new and then just purely start filling in the information. And then just make sure that you put the correct email address in for this candidate so that he or she will be able to add the system or access the system. Once you've added some of the basic information, the system will then look into the database to see whether or not this candidate already has a profile. If not, it will create this new profile. And there are just a few things that you need to be on the lookout for. The first thing is, if you operate a separate compliance management process and you are confident that this candidate is already compliant within your own business, just click on this non-compliant thumbs down and make him compliant. This is very important because only compliant candidates can be put forward for vacant shifts. Second thing is we need to set his matching or search criteria, which can be found just under as a shortcut below his name. So if you click on that, it will open the professional profile search criteria, and in this instance you can select the sector, or the sector, his profession or her profession, the grades, which in healthcare is reasonably self-explanatory. It's a predefined list that you can pick from, and then also his speciality. Now you can select multiple grades and multiple specialities, but just have to make sure that the combination of the grade and speciality is that this candidate's compliant for the combination of the grade and speciality. Don't bother too much about all the other variables that are available to your disposal. It just kind of minimizes your search whenever you need to find a candidate. But obviously, if you're only looking for, if this candidate is only interested in working in a very small geographical area, you can put the miles from the postcode that he or she will be interested to work from, followed by save. So we've done the compliance, we've done the search criteria. The other thing we need to do is just add the documents. So by clicking on this documents tab, it will give you an option for all the types of documents that you can, or the folders that you can put the documents at. By clicking on this paperclip, it will open a little pop-up box. You can select the type of document that you want to upload, select the document, expiry. Obviously, if this document expires, this is usually a security, health and safety, immunization, professional registration, whichever document it is. You'd select the expiry date, would it be, say, next year, November, and then also set a reminder whether you want to be notified a week or a month in advance before the document expires. The only thing I want to emphasize is the sharing status of a document. Depending on how your organization is set up on Three Blue Dots, this document sharing component works as follows. Confidential means only you or anybody with compliance management status will be able to view this document if you're an administrator. Internal means everybody within your organization can view this document. Candidate means yourself as well as the candidate can view this document. So if there's an unformatted CV you want to share with the candidate that he uploaded, then he can see that. Public is not Google search public. Public is just every organization that or every user that has access to this candidate will be able to view this. And a client is preferably a formatted CV that you would like to share with your client, that you set the status accordingly and then upload. The process is fairly simple. So we've done the compliance, we've done the search and matching criteria, and we've done the documents. There are a bunch of other things in the personal details that you can fill in, the professional profile, and at each stage you can add a document. So if it's the work experience, you want to do a reference request, you could do it here, and then also add any reference letters that you might have for the specific candidate. So, and the system will then organize all the data accordingly. All right. Once you've added this information in these activities, you should see you can actually manage the ownership of this candidate. You can select where you search them from. And you can allocate this person to an onboarding group, which I'll get to in the compliance demonstration. But then also manage his level of compliance, and then also manage his ownership. Now the ownership, depending on which teams within your organization you have working on the specific candidate, you can add select a team of people or a team that will look after the specific candidate, or an individual that you might want to look after, or might want to appoint to look after the specific candidate. There are other things like mail groups that will help you to construct the messaging, and then also there are other features, especially in the search section, where you can send text messages and emails. Okay, I'll stop there just to highlight the most important things. Once you've added a candidate, make sure the email address is correct, make sure he's compliant, and make sure the documents are attached and shared correctly. There is another issue that I just quickly want to show you, and that is, what do you do if you add a candidate that's already part of the system? So if we go, say, just want to show you, say, Natalie Williams, just copy and paste there. Oops. So what happens if you add a candidate and it says this candidate's already registered in the system? It works very similar to Facebook. You don't want to have multiple Facebook profiles. So instead of you creating another profile for Natalie, you will merely just either send a request just for her to associate yourself with your business. But ideally, if she's already part of your database, but you just want to transfer this onto 3Blue Dots, you click on confirm on behalf of candidate. Once you've done that, you will still need to make the candidate compliant and follow your standard internal procedure. Okay, if you have any further questions, please email us at support@3bd.uk.com.